Hey there, it's Ruth Sherman, CEO and celebrity speech and media coach, but you don't have to be famous to work with me. I hope you've been watching the political conventions because they are absolute masterclasses in public speaking. And today I want to talk to you about the genius, the charismatic genius of Bill Clinton, because I think that he gave one of the greatest political speeches of all time. And I would go so far as to say it was one of the greatest speeches, political or not, of all time. So here's what he did that made him so effective. He was passionate. His voice, which is raspy under normal circumstances, broke several times under the pressure of keeping his vocal energy high throughout the entire 50 minutes of non-stop speech, which can be pressure on anybody's voice. There were enormous swings in pitch and tone, which showed how he felt. You knew how he felt by the sound of his voice. Two, he made complex information seem easy to understand and easy to relate to. Now, some people call this dumbing it down, and I'll tell you, I disagree. The way Clinton explained complexity is the way everyone should. The only dumb thing is to speak in a way that loses your audience, which is, unfortunately, what most people do when they get into too much technical, geeky stuff. Number 3, he understands that you have to speak the way we hear instead of the way we read. Writing and speaking are different. A lot of people write their speeches and their scripts as if they're submitting a white paper or report, but remember, again, writing and speaking are different. In writing, the meaning is on the page in black and white, but in speaking, the meaning is in how you say the words, which includes idiom and slang and us and ums and pauses and so forth, like what I'm doing now. Number 4, he was funny. He was funny, and most of his humor was self or party directed, his own party directed. Of course, he also made fun of the Republicans, but not in an angry way. He wasn't even dismissive or snarky about it. He seemed logical, as if he were arguing a case in court, like a country lawyer. One of the best lines I thought he had was that every politician, this is a self-directed or party-directed humor, politician-directed humor, was when he said, every politician wants voters to think he was born in a log cabin he built himself. Just love that. Finally, he had a job to do, and he did it. You know, when you go up there, when you take the stage or you do a video, you have a job to do. Clinton knew his job was to explain the Obama policies, the Democratic policies, and to sell people on Barack Obama. And I think that he accomplished both. I mean, we have no idea how long his persuasiveness will last or what effect it will have. However, when you are up on that stage, you have an obligation to give people what they need in a way, again, that is easy for them to understand and digest, and humor and passion and from the heart, and your truth is so much a part of that. So that is my assessment of Bill Clinton's speech. By the way, in case you think Bill Clinton's always been good at this, you would be wrong. He, take a look, do a search for some of his older speeches. There's one keynote he did for some Democratic convention many years ago before anybody knew who he was. That was a total flop. I'll have some more hits and misses for you on the convention speeches, but if you haven't seen the convention, if you haven't watched it, take in some of the replays. I would say watch Ann Romney, Paul Ryan, Mitt Romney, watch Michelle Obama, watch oh gosh, who was that senator, the Republican senator from Florida, Marco Rubio. Take a look at Julian Castro from the Democratic convention, Elizabeth Warren, take a look at hers. Again, I'm not telling you which ones are hits and which ones are misses, but those are the ones you should watch if you want to get a good idea about some things that work and some don't. And of course, I would love to hear from you. I'd love to know what you think about this. By the way, Clinton did go on for too long. You can't have everything.